In 1968, a scientist built a perfect paradise. Unlimited food, unlimited water, no predators, no disease, no winter, endless comfort, forever. And every single resident died. This is the story of Universe 25, and of the man who believed it was a warning for all of us. The scientist was John Calhoun. He worked at the National Institute of Mental Health in the United States. And he was obsessed with one question: what happens to a society when every need is met, and the only thing left is each other? To find out, he built a world for mice, a large enclosure sealed off from the outside. He called it Universe 25 because it was his 25th attempt. It was, by any measure, a utopia. The mice never went hungry. They never ran out of water. The temperature was always perfect. There were no cats, no hawks, nothing to fear. He placed 4 healthy pairs of mice inside, 8 animals in a paradise built for thousands. Then he watched. At first, everything went beautifully. The mice explored. They nested. They bred. Roughly every 55 days, the population doubled. The paradise filled with life. This was the golden age. Plenty of space, plenty of food, families thriving. If the story ended here, it would be a happy one. It does not end here. As the population climbed into the hundreds, something began to shift. There was still enough food for everyone, still enough water, still enough physical space, but there were no more social roles to fill. In a normal mouse society, a male defends territory. He has a job, a place, a purpose. But in Universe 25, all the territories were taken. There was nothing left to win, and a generation of young mice grew up with no role at all. This is where the utopia started to rot. The rejected males, with nowhere to belong, gathered in the center of the enclosure. They became withdrawn and strangely violent. They attacked each other for no reason, and they did not fight back when attacked. The females changed too. Mothers became aggressive, then neglectful. Some abandoned their young. Some attacked them. Infant death rates climbed toward total. And then came the strangest group of all. Calhoun called them the beautiful ones. These were mice that withdrew completely from society. They did not fight. They did not court. They did not mate. They did only 3 things. They slept. And they groomed themselves. Their fur was flawless. They were physically perfect, untouched by conflict. But inside, something essential was gone. They had no interest in other mice at all. They were, in Calhoun's words, beautiful and empty. By now, the population had stopped growing. The mice had simply stopped reproducing. Even with food, water, and safety still abundant, the colony was dying. Calhoun called this the behavioral sink, a point where social breakdown becomes so deep that the group can no longer sustain itself. The damage was not physical, it was behavioral. The mice had forgotten how to be mice. The population peaked at around 2,000. Then it fell, and it never recovered. The last mouse in Universe 25 died alone, in a paradise that had everything except meaning. Calhoun had run this experiment many times, and every time, with enough comfort and enough crowding, the same collapse arrived. But here is why people still talk about it. Calhoun did not think this was only about mice. He saw it as a model, a warning about what could happen to any social species, including us, when our basic needs are met but our social world becomes overcrowded, hollow, and roleless. Now, scientists are careful here. Mice are not people. Our minds are far more flexible. We can invent new roles, new meanings, new ways to belong. A mouse cannot. So Universe 25 is not a prophecy. It is not proof that we are doomed, but it asks an uncomfortable question. What does a being actually need to thrive? Because Universe 25 had everything except one thing: a reason to engage with others, a rule, a purpose, a place that mattered. And without that, paradise itself became a trap. So the next time you imagine a perfect world, with every need met and nothing left to struggle for, remember the beautiful ones. Perfect on the outside, empty on the inside, alive, but no longer really living. Calhoun built heaven for mice, and it turned into the quietest kind of hell.